Welcome back, Nick Lenz. It's Comic Corner, Classics less non-classic. This is episode number 1024 and Doubleshot number 918. I got two Black Panther trades. Yep, more Black Panther. As a matter of fact, throughout the course of the next several episodes, we're going to see more Black Panther trades. First up, it's Black Panther Volume 3, A Nation Under Our Feet, Book 3. This collects issues 9 to 12 of Black Panther Volume 6, plus material from New Avengers Volume 3, issues 18, 21, and 24. Yeah, there's a reason why they're here. These four issues pretty much wrap up this storyline. Yes, the whole rebellion thing that's going on since issue 1 is wrapped up by issue 12. It turns out this guy's not rebelling, he's in mourning. So, yeah, they take on the leader of the rebellion in this storyline, and yes. And, of course, Shara, Black Panther's sister, who is basically still referred to as Queen despite the fact she's not the rule of the country anymore. Nope. Yes, they basically set a new status quo for Black Panther, where it's sort of a democracy in a way. They've got representatives across the whole country. And, well, the storyline ends with Black Panther opening up a portal and going straight into the office of his ex-wife, the beautiful Storm. Yep, and this kind of leads into what happened in the pages of New Avengers. So it's very heavily implied that the Black Panther book either takes place before New Avengers number 1 or it takes place afterwards. I'm not sure exactly how they place these particular set of issues because it's a very self-contained series. Yes, New Avengers issues is simply what Black Panther was up to during these issues. Yeah, it's all his character development stuff. Yes, it is. And this storyline is really good. I give this book roughly a 9.5 out of 10. Really good. Yep. Now move on to Volume 4. Avengers of the New World, Book 1, which is technically the fourth volume of the trade series, which collects issues 13 to 18 of Black Panther Volume 6. Oh, I almost forgot who the artists are. Now, New Avengers issues, basically, these are Hickman's issues. Yes, Hickman's Avengers issues. Now, the artwork in here, in issue 9 is done by Brian Surflees, who is basically the original cover artist. He also has issue 12 with a few other people. Now, 10 and 11, and of course 12 is done by Chris Spruce. Yep, Chris Spruce has a couple issues, and Brian Surflees is the last issue, but yeah, that's who does issues in here. And this one takes place basically the next chapter. The artwork in here is done by a few different people. You have mostly basically just two artists in here. You have Wilfredo Torres, who issues 13, 15, and 18. And Chris Spruce does issues 16, 17 by himself. And he basically co-does issue 18 with Wilfredo Torres. This storyline is in the next chapter of the writer Ta-Nehisi Coates' run. Yep. Pretty much we got a new status quo. And we see the also return of Dr. Faustus. As far as I know, this is the first time Black Panther's ever encountered Dr. Faustus. Now, his last appearance prior to this, and this was, I think this was, if I remember correctly, this came out after the events of Secret Empire. Yeah, I believe it did. But his previous appearance prior to that, and before Secret Empire stuff, and before Captain America stuff, you see, Dr. Faustus was killed in the pages of Thunderbolts during the last arc of the second volume of the series. And then he just came back without any explanation. Of course, the series was basically Starbrand and Night Mask, a series done by Greg Weisman. Yep. And for some reason, Weisman didn't bother to explain his resurrection at all. Nope, never did. And does Dr. Faustus explain why he came back to life? No, he never did. Yeah, pretty much in this storyline, we have these various gods who show up in the Wakanda, and Black Panther's try to deal with them, and of course then he leads, and we set pretty much for the next epic story, next part of this storyline, which is basically the epic rematch, Black Panther versus Claw. Claw, the man who murdered his father. Yep. Great setup for the next part of the story, and well, aside from Dr. Faustus and, of course, Storm. Yeah, Storm's in here as well. We also see, well, Mindfold has pretty much been a supporting character this whole run. I even love the fact the first issue is basically just Black Panther and Storm just hanging out. And then, of course, then we have the whole council of the previous Black Panthers, which that was really nice. And they talk about the incursions. Yep. Now, apparently, one of the members of Wakanda is working with Dr. Faustus. Why? I have no idea why in the world they're working with him, but they are. Yes, they are. Also, the crew show up in here as well, and they pretty much wrap up this whole storyline. Yeah, I think the crew didn't. Yep. Now, one thing also that was really cool about this particular storyline is that we have the return of the character Thunderball. Yes, Thunderball of the Wrecking Crew, who basically kind of turns. I love the development that he gives the character in here, the writer. He basically is sitting in a club. He first comes as the Black Bruce Banner. He's sitting here with, I think this is supposed to be Pile Driver. Yes, here he is. Here is Thunderball. Yes. Yep. And the whole point of here is pretty much making him a supporting character in the book. We also have the frickin' Jack-o'-lantern shows up in here. As for who this is, I think it's supposed to be the imposter. Yes, the one who showed up in Dan Slott's Superior Spider-Man run. Because the one that that was recommended creation, he's in jail. We also see the return of the Ferris twins. Yep, the children of Baron Wolfgang von Strucker. Oh, and here's something really kind of disgusting about these two. They're in an incestuous relationship. Yes. That's not a joke. This is definitely true about these two characters. Also, these two are creations of Chris Claremont. Yeah, he created these two. While, in the case of Thunderball Power Driver, they first appeared in pages of all books, The Defenders. Yes. They made their debut in issue 17 of the series. I believe it wasn't Roy Thomas. I don't remember who wrote the issue, but the guy who wrote the issue is the creator of the Wrecking Crew. Let me look it up on here. The Wrecking Crew. Because I know they first showed up in issue 17. It was basically a multi-part story with a guest star appearance by, I believe it was Luke Cage. Yes, Luke Cage. It's basically the first time he's ever met the Defenders. Let's see. Here he is. The Wrecking Crew, I know the first friends was in Defenders 17. They were created by the late Lean Ween and Sal Buscema. Yes, Sal Buscema created these guys. Yep. The Ferris twins tried to use their power on the Black Panther, but nope. He no-sells it. And of course, while everybody gets taken away, we also see guest star appearances by Whirlwind. Yeah, he's an old Hank Pym villain. Yes, and we have Hank Pym, the original Ant-Man. Yeah, he's a creation of Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. We have this other guy. I don't know who this guy is who's standing behind him. Yeah, I have no idea who the heck this guy is standing behind Whirlwind. I think he's just some random villain just happened to show up. Yep. Pretty much thanks to this issue, he hires him. And then we have Storm, not in her outfit from Extreme X-Men. Nope, it's actually her outfit from, I believe that the first time she wore this outfit was actually X-Men Gold. Yeah, it's a really good looking attire. It's a nod to the Chris Claremont look, but it does show off the same amount of, like, it's normal style, but it's a little more, like a little bit more gold. It's basically a modern redesign of the classic Chris Claremont look. Yeah, that's simply what it is. Yeah, let's see. Aside from that, there's like a few other people who show up in here. I don't think there's anybody particularly very big who shows up in here. Of course, also Midnight Angels. Yeah, the origin of their relationship was actually explored in the pages of War Wakanda. Yeah, that's what I will talk about more about that when I get a chance to get my hand when I get a chance to review the War Wakanda, which I have it here, but I haven't a chance to read it. I've read the series. It's just that, well, I haven't a chance to reread it and just do a review of it. But here he is, the return of Ulysses Claw. Now, the thing with Ulysses Claw is this. He's always looked like this. Unlike other characters who's got constant redesigns for costumes, Ulysses Claw has looked exactly the same. Yes, this was a look that Jack Kirby gave this guy back in the 60s. When he made his debut, I think it was in Fantastic Four 53. Yes. Well, his modern look anyways. But generally put, this guy is pretty much known for like just being animated the Black Panther and the Fantastic Four. That's simply put what this guy is. And he has never changed his look at all. I mean, his general look is look pretty much the same. Yeah. I mean, as became Ulysses Claw, like, pretty much became, well, the man we know as Claw, he didn't become that until, like, issue, like, 56. And yes, I do know about his live action appearance appearing in a couple movies of the MC, appearing in Age of Ultron, which he got his arm chopped off, and then he got the new look in Black Panther, which makes sense to make an appearance in Black Panther because he is a Black Panther villain, so why not include him in the actual book itself? Yep. So yeah, two really good trades. Definitely looking forward to it. Now my next review is not going to be on the comic cards. Not going to be on Black Panther. It's on the Suicide Squad. Yep. So I go from Black Panther to Suicide Squad. The reason why I did this because I don't want about 6 episodes in a row to be all about Black Panther. I want to at least be spread out. But yes, I get both trades a 9.5 out of 10. Really good. The writer is still doing fantastic. As a matter of fact, issue 15 of the current volume just came out today. And it's really good. It's part of the Intergalactic Empire Wakanda. It's in the 3rd book already. Yeah, if you look at his run overall, he's only done 3 story arcs. Which he tends to split up into books, which is fine. But yeah, that's simply what the writer is doing. But this is only a 2nd story arc. And definitely looking forward to next one I get a chance to do it, okay? So yeah, that's it for this particular review. I do have one other video review I want to do today. I'm hoping to get a chance to do it. Or I get a chance to do the newest chapter of the 7 Deadly Sins, okay? But see you next view. Bye.